Hi there everyone, my name is Trey. I'm an admissions counselor here at UNCG. I'm really excited that you're here with us watching this presentation. I know it is an exciting time to be looking at colleges and thinking about what your next steps are, and I hope that we are able to guide you through those next steps and provide as much support as we can here at UNCG. Normally this presentation is one that you would see at the beginning of a campus tour, which you can watch one of our virtual campus tours online on our website, guided by two of our amazing standout Spartan guides, so I definitely encourage you to go take a look at that. I will provide links at the end of the presentation so that way you can go see what that looks like. But let's go ahead and get on into our tour presentation. I want to start us out by watching this brief video about what it means to really be a Spartan.
I can tell you that I came to UNCG just on an instinct. It was the only place that felt right. And it wasn't just the nature, it wasn't just the people. There was this energy around the campus of we're here to have fun and we're here to socialize, but we're here to work. And we're here to make change and we're here to do big things.
Some of the changes I've seen myself since I've been here at UNCG is just, I've been really challenged. I've been really encouraged to come out of my comfort zone.
We value our students. We want to see our students succeed. We want them, while they're having their experience here, to be exposed to what it's like to interact with students from different cultures, what it's like to be a critical thinker.
At my school before, I felt like I was just a number. Here though, my professors know me by name. I have a voice and they know who I am.
As a professor, what I feel is most important is to find that passion.
The great thing about UNCG's spirit is that you can create whatever you want out of that pride. You can create your own kind of passion.
It takes a lot of guts to say, you know what, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I see myself and I'm going to express that. We're the Spartans. And when you think of a Spartan is brave.
There's something about this place. If you have this dream of doing something bigger for the world, but you don't know how to get there, this is the place where you go to figure it out.
I really love that video because you get such an amazing idea of what it really means to be a Spartan. You get the student perspective to come out of your comfort zone and find what it means to be a Spartan, because Spartans are brave and you're not coming to college to just sit in your room and not learn. So you're really going to experience different cultures, experience different things that you never would have maybe outside of your home. And then you also get a good idea of what it's like to be a professor, because all of our professors are here to guide us. They are all here to push us towards success, and that is what makes a wonderful teacher and what makes a wonderful mentor, so that way you can have the best idea of what it is like to be a successful student, and we hope that it is at UNCG that you will be a successful student. There's lots of different opportunities to find your way. There's lots of different opportunities to find your passions, and the most important one is learning inside the classroom, of course, and then second to that is learning outside the classroom. There's plenty of opportunities to do that and to experience what life is like outside of your classroom. And we're going to talk about some of those opportunities a little bit later on so that way you can get an idea of what life outside of the classroom is like. But I do want to give you an idea of what our history is, because in 1891, UNC Greensboro was founded as a women's college. We started out with 225 students in 1891, and we have grown a lot in our 130 years of being in operation. As you can see, in 2017, we enrolled our 20,000th student, so we have grown considerably. But in 1891, we were founded by a man called Charles Duncan McKeever, and he said that if you educate a man, you're educating an individual, and if you're educating a woman, you're educating a family. And so that is really the main reason why he started the Women's College all the way back then, and it is still the main reason why we are in operation today, because we have expanded that to all people who want to be a student here at UNCG. If you're educating one person, you're educating many. Of course, in 1932, UNC Greensboro did become the first of the original 3 schools to form the UNC system. The other 2 were NC State and UNC Chapel Hill. In 1963, we became a co-educational institution. So we enrolled our first male students. Originally, we were called the Mighty Fighting Minervas, and then when men came along in 1963, for some reason we didn't want to be called the Mighty Minervas anymore. I can't imagine why not. But to give you an idea of what campus is like, we are a campus of about 250 acres. We are right smack dab in the middle of the city of Greensboro, so campus feels really big whenever you first step onto it, and then once you learn your way around, you realize that it's not that big after all. We do have an 18-to-1 student to faculty ratio, so that means for every 18 students, there is going to be 1 faculty person in charge of them. So it makes for a really, really healthy learning environment, makes for very, very conducive education, and it makes for a really enjoyable experience. And like I said, we do have more than 20,000 students here at UNCG. We do have more than 125 different academic areas of interest and degree programs. I'll start over here on the left with our Bryan School of Business. So that's where you have our School of Business and Administration, Consumer Apparel and Retail Studies. We've got Finance, Entrepreneurship, Information Systems and Supply Chain Management. Our School of Business is among the top schools of business in the nation, so we are a really, really great wealth of knowledge and experience here within that. And then in the middle, we've got our College of Visual and Performing Arts. So that's where you've got things like art education, administration, and then also our School of Music, Theater, and Dance. I highly, highly encourage you to go check out our theater performances because they are truly out of this world. Our theater performances are just amazing. And then all the way on the right, we've got our School of Health and Human Sciences. That's got our Human Development and Family Studies, Kinesiology, Peace and Conflict Studies, Public Health, Social Work, Speech Pathology, and Audiology. So all of those family of majors live within the School of Health and Human Science. And then we've got our College of Arts and Sciences. This is definitely the biggest school that we have here at UNCG. This is our most broad variety of majors within the College of College of Arts and Sciences. So we've got biology, chemistry, all of those science things because you have the science and then you have the art in CASA. So you've got English, geography, history, interior architecture, media studies. That was what my degree was in. I am actually a graduate of UNCG. And then we've also got sociology, Spanish, we've got women's and gender studies, we've got special programs and liberal studies. It's the biggest wealth of knowledge and most broad spectrum of majors that we have here at UNCG. Just below that is our School of Nursing. They're really easy because they've got one major. It is nursing. Our School of Nursing is fantastic though because 99% of our School of Nursing students graduated and then they had a job within 6 months of graduating. So our School of Nursing is a fantastic place. It is incredibly rigorous, but it is absolutely worth it if that is where your passions lie. And then on the right, we've got our School of Education. So that's where we've got elementary, middle grades, high school education. That's also where we've got this really incredible major called Professions in Deafness. So if you want to be an interpreter or if you want to be a deaf educator, then you can be a Professions in Deafness major. And then we've also got special education for general studies or for a particular subject if you are interested in special education as well. Just below education, I want to point out our pre-professional programs. Now, pre-professional programs, they're not a major in itself. That is actually a concentration within another major. Our most popular one is probably pre-medicine. So if you wanted to go to medical school later on, you can have that concentration in pre-medicine and you can major in something like biology or chemistry. That's going to give you a really, really great foundation to stand upon whenever you do go to medical school later on. We've also got veterinary medicine, physical therapy, pharmacy, all kinds of things to give you a really fantastic foundation to stand on whenever you do pursue secondary education after graduating from UNCG. Now, I do want to say that Spartans are the most diverse school here in the state of North Carolina. We have students that come from 78 different countries and 46 different states. So you can see that we've got people that come from all over the place. UNCG is not too far away from the different major metropolitan areas in North Carolina, so we're only about an hour or so away from Raleigh, maybe about an hour and a half away from Charlotte, and then we're not too far away from the other different areas like Washington, D.C. or Atlanta, not too far. And then Greensboro itself, like I said earlier, UNCG does lay right in the middle of the city of Greensboro. So Greensboro itself is the third largest city in North Carolina, second only to Raleigh and Charlotte. We've got 90 miles of what are called trails and greenways. So those are the outdoor hiking trails that you can go on. And they're not too far away from campus either. And a lot of our campus partners do partner, of course, with students so that way you can go out and experience nature and then come right on back to campus. We do have a lot of different sporting activities here in Greensboro. The Greensboro Grasshoppers are MLB team. They play downtown. Then we've got the Swarm and also the Cobras for basketball and football. We do have the Greensboro Coliseum, which is only about a mile away from campus. There's lots of different things that happen at the Coliseum. Number one, I think, is the Spartan men's basketball team plays all of their games at the Greensboro Coliseum. And then there's plenty of other activities there as well, along with different concerts and different artists coming to the Coliseum. Downtown is absolutely one of my most favorite places in Greensboro. It is only a mile away from campus. If you leave with anything from this presentation, it is that you should go downtown and you should go eat at Dame's Chicken and Waffles. If you don't think you like chicken and waffles, you have not been to Dame's because they are just fantastic. Greensboro is the home of the headquarters of a couple different corporations, including Wrangler Jeans, Fresh Market, and Volvo Trucks. We'll talk a little bit more about those once we get to the internships and academic section, but a lot of our students do partner with those industries and with those corporations to have their internship with them. Now, not all of our majors require internships, but it is definitely encouraged that you do take part in an internship so that way you can get that real world experience working in the fields that you want to go into. Now, at UNCG, we are definitely going to be able to find the tradition and find the way for all of our students. And the way that we do that is through all of our different activities. We do have 23 opportunities for Greek life, so those fraternities and sororities, if you're interested in those, just go seek it out because they will find you. We do have clubs based on religion or academic organizations. We've got 55 different multicultural organizations. Like I said, UNCG is the most diverse public school in North Carolina. And then the big one here that I want to point out is that we've got 160 different organizations dedicated to service. UNCG's motto is service. So we are here for not only ourselves, but also our community. So that way we can help everyone out who needs it. And then we've got 77 different group fitness classes. Every week I go to the Kaplan Center for Wellness here on campus and I take a spin class. And let me tell you, don't let anyone ever tell you that spin classes are only for women, because they are not. Every week I have the most intense and most fantastic workout that I will get that week, and it is absolutely worth it. And all of our amenities there in the Kaplan Center are available for students at no additional cost. No additional cost means that it's included in your tuition. So you're already paying for it. Go use it. Now, we do have 17 different Division I athletic teams here at UNCG. On this slide, you can see anything with a blue dot, that is for men, and then anything with a red dot, that is for women. So we've got those and some more, and we are, of course, a part of the Southern Conference. Now there's plenty of different ways that you can celebrate like a Spartan. Over here on the left you'll see that we've got the International Festival. That happens every April. You get a little passport and you get to go around to each different country that is represented at the International Festival, and they will stamp your passport like you've visited that country. The International Festival is incredible because they showcase what is amazing about all of those countries that our Spartans come from. The food there is just fantastic. Definitely check it out whenever you're here. In the middle, we've got Navigate. That happens in August. Navigate is the first day of class, and that is when you get to navigate, of course, what it means to be a Spartan. That's when you go walk around campus and get an idea of where all of your classes are. It's kind of like the day one orientation that you need whenever you get here and are officially a student. And then in October, we've got Homecoming. Homecoming is such a fantastic celebration because we've got all of our alumni that come back to campus. They get to see how campus has changed. They get to see all of their old friends again. So it's a really, really fun celebration. Now, there's one celebration on here that is not on here that I want to mention, and that is called Reading Day. So Reading Day is kind of like the celebration without the party. Reading Day is the day between the last day of class and the first day of exams. And that is when everyone, like the name implies, stays in studies, prepares for their exams, but we provide a lot of different opportunities for you to get out of your room, stop studying, take a break. We provide puppies for you to come play with. You can go eat midnight breakfast in the dining hall. You can go to the library and they will bring you coffee. There's a lot of amazing things on Reading Day that make it a pretty enjoyable day, even though you are getting ready for all of your final exams for the semester. Now, how do we push your dreams to become reality? Well, our professors are here to do that. And this is how. We've got small class sizes. So our average class size here at UNCG is about 25 students. No more than 1% of our classes are ever actually going to be above 100 students. So that makes for, again, a really, really healthy learning environment. That is so you can get to know your professor and they can get to know who you are. And you get to know how each other teaches and how each other learns. And that just makes for a really, really healthy learning environment. All of our classes are taught by senior faculty members, so that means somebody who likely has a terminal degree. That means a degree that you can't get any more educated with. So imagine your doctors and your master's students who have already graduated or are pursuing their master's. They're going to be teaching your classes. A lot of our students do have the opportunity for undergraduate research. We have an entire office dedicated to undergraduate research. You get to pick a topic and you get to study it and research it for a semester or for a year. Fun fact, you actually do get paid to do that research. And then at the end of the semester, you get to showcase all of that research that you've done at our undergraduate expo. Like I mentioned earlier, we do have plenty of opportunities for service learning. We've got an entire office dedicated to that as well. So that way you can get out of the classroom, you can go out into the community and work in the fields that matter to you most. And then there's this fancy phrase down here at the bottom called cross-cultural dialogue. Well, what does that mean? It means that you are different from me and I'm different from you, but we're all here to do the same thing. So we all come from a different culture. We all come from a different background, but we are all here to learn together and we will all help support each other and we are all able to learn together. So there's plenty of ways that you can get out of the classroom as well, like I mentioned, in addition to those internships. I want to point out that one there that is in the middle because I'm a little bit biased. That's my favorite. We have residential colleges. We've actually got 3 of them here at UNCG. What is a residential college, you ask? Well, I'm glad that you asked. It is a residence hall that you live in, and you're also taking some of your classes in that residence hall as well. So it's a really, really fun opportunity for you to learn and get to know your teachers, and they get to know who you are as well. And you get to come from your bedroom upstairs and then just go right on downstairs to your classroom, learn, and then you're gonna go right on back upstairs and finish studying, right? Yep. No, you're probably going to go take a nap, but that's okay. That's what college is all about. And then on the ends, those 2 programs really work well together. We've got our Lloyd International Honors College and our Study Abroad programs. The Honors College is very similar to a residential college because you live in the same residence hall that you're taking some of those classes in, but there is a specialized curriculum for our honors students, and then there's a whole different team of teachers and professors that work with our honors students. And there is a study abroad portion of the honors curriculum written right into it. They actually give you money to go out and study. So they give you this money and they say, hey Trey, go to another country, go study, go learn, go figure it out, and they will help you and support you along the way. Now, all of our students do have the opportunity to study abroad, so if you want to do that, it is so easy. All you have to do is go talk to our International Programs office and they will get everything set up for you. The great thing about our study abroad programs is that we send somebody to a different country and then that country sends someone to us. So it is a wonderful exchange that adds to the diversity here on campus. And all of the financial aid that you get on campus, as you normally would, still applies even if you're in a different country. So all of the same scholarships, grants, loans, everything still applies. You're just not going to be learning here in Greensboro. So it is really, really affordable, and it makes for a really amazing learning experience. Now, of course, your future is going to look absolutely as bright as possible once you leave UNCG, because we are going to do the absolute most that we can do to prepare you for graduation and prepare you for all of the things that come after graduation. So I did mention internships earlier. This is a short list of some of the corporations and companies that our students have gotten internships with in the past. Just go talk to your professors and they would be happy to set this up for you, because they work with these companies all day long and they're always there to help you out. Now, just to kind of give you a bit of a recap on academics, all of our professors are here to support you and they are here to inspire us. You're going to be surrounded by people who are like you and different from you and all here to do the same thing as you, and that is to learn and that is to have a good time. And then we are going to do the absolute most that we can, so that way we can prepare you for what comes after graduation, and that is hopefully a job, of course, or more education and then a job later on. So we're going to prepare you for everything that you can imagine even after graduation. Alrighty, so now we need to talk about another important thing, and that is money. Now, I want to start over with this arrow at the very, very top. Now, that is the average cost of attendance at a private school in the United States. That's a lot of money. That is $53,980. Let's look right on down that arrow to the very bottom at the cost of attendance at UNC Greensboro. Big difference there. That is $19,895 for an average cost of attendance for an entire year. Big difference there. So that is what makes UNCG so absolutely valuable, because you are getting a lot of value for the money that you are spending on your education, which makes it absolutely worth it. Now, if you're going to be commuting back and forth to campus, if you're not going to be living on campus, then the number does look a little bit different from you. So let's look at the column there on the left. The number that I want to point out there, that is the tuition and fees for an entire year. That is $7,403. Now, if you are going to be living on campus and if you are going to be having a meal plan, then let's add those other two numbers right below it. $5,516 for a standard double rooms. That's what you think of whenever you are going to be entering as a first-year student. And then if you are going to be having a meal plan, that is $3,748. So other additional costs to consider there, but all of those amounts are before any kind of financial aid. So 65% of our students do receive financial aid. So keep in mind that a lot of our students do get aid packages that will help with the cost of attendance here at UNCG. Now, I'll go into what an average student, an average admitted student, their profile whenever you are admitted to UNCG. The average high school GPA for a first-year student, that's a 3.74. Again, I said average, so that is taking into account people who have GPAs that are above and below that all day long. Now, in the middle, we've got the average SAT and ACT scores. For your ACT, that's an average score of 23, and SAT is 1124. Again, average. Above and below that, we accept all day long. That is why 68% of the students who apply to UNCG do get admitted. And if you are ready to join us, congratulations. We are so excited to have you. If you've already made that step, good job. And if you've already been admitted, even better. We are so excited for you. The steps to apply: there is an online application that you have to fill out. The application can be found on our website, which is Spartan link. Or we do have the application available on the Common App. So if you're a part of the Common App already, you can just check our school and you can fill out our application there. There is a $65 application fee. Now go talk to your school counselor if you want to check into getting that fee waived. We do accept fee waivers. Just talk to your school counselor and they can see if you meet the qualifications for fee waivers. We do need your official test scores from either or both the SAT or ACT. If you send us both scores, we're going to take the better of the ones that you send us. We do super score all day long. We also need your official transcripts, including any AP classes that you've taken that can be sent to us through College Board, or any dual enrollment classes. We need your transcripts from your community college. Now, if you're going to be coming to us with more than 24 transferable credit hours from another school, so another college or university or a community college, you are bypassing those first year admission requirements, and all we need are your transcripts from the school that you're transferring from. Now, at the bottom, it does say that the essay portion is optional. Now, I don't want to push you in one way or another, but I also want to encourage you to submit the essay with your application. I always love to read students' essays because that gives us such a better idea of what makes you, you. You're so much more than your numbers, and we want to know what your life is like, so always send us your essays. And now I want to point out a couple different deadlines for you so that way you can keep on top of your application and know when everything has to be submitted by. If you're wanting to come in for the fall semester, if you're a first-year student, the first deadline of the 3 different ones that we have, and I'll explain the differences between the 3. The first one is December 1st. That is our priority deadline. So that means that if you submit your application and all required materials by December 1st, we will get you a decision by the end of January. That also qualifies you to be considered for our merit-based scholarships. So those are the scholarships based solely on your academic achievement. So if you get everything submitted and the essay portion, that's an important part, you must submit the essay. If you get all of that done by December 1st, then you will be qualified for priority decision and merit-based scholarship consideration. Then we've got the March 1st deadline. Anything between December 2nd and March 1st is reviewed as we receive it. So that is just rolling decisions. And then anything received between March 2nd and July 15th, July 15th being the absolute final deadline. So anything between those 2 dates is going to be reviewed on a space available basis. So if we have the actual physical bed space to admit you, then you will be admitted. If you're going to be commuting to campus, or if you're not going to be living on campus or anything like that, then that doesn't really matter. Plus, we've not really ran out of bed space before in the past, so it shouldn't be a big problem for you then. For transfer students, the same thing, except the overall deadline is March 1st, and then that space available deadline is July 15th. That is for the fall semester. And then for the spring semester, the overall deadline is December 1st. And then for summer, same thing, May 1st for the first summer session and June 1st for the second summer session. Now, to wrap things up, I've got one final video that I want to show you, and then we will continue on from there. So let's take a look.
This is a remarkable place. A place steeped in history, where trails have been blazed, discoveries have been made, and lives have been changed forever. This is a place that holds questions and answers, problems and solutions. It's a place to tap into your creativity, curiosity, and ambition. This is a place to pursue what makes you, you. Here you'll be challenged and cheered, and you'll join a tradition of change makers. This is a place you'll miss when you leave. Look around and picture yourself here, at this unique time, in this remarkable place. You'll be amazed at what you find. Welcome to UNC Greensboro. Find your way here.
Alrighty everyone, well that does wrap us up for this tour presentation. I absolutely encourage you to go take a look at our virtual campus tour, which is presented by two of our all-star Spartan guides, Corian and Albert. So go take a look at that and I will provide the link for you at the end of this presentation. Now, if you want to connect with us socially or if you need any assistance with your application, you're always welcome to call or text us or email us. All of that information can be found on our website, or you can use our hashtag, which is #SeeTheG, and we are always happy to connect with you on social media. But thank you so much for joining us, and I really hope we have helped you out along the way, and we hope to see you again soon. Bye!